was a young man, I had the answers to life's game. When I was a young man, I called the consequences and the shame. I got a little older, and I took a good look at myself. I got a little older, then put the bottle back on the shelf. I got a little older, I put away those childish games. I got a little older, well I got a little older. Things in life will change you. There ain't nothing you can do. Many people will come this way, never to find out what is true. Things in life will change you. There ain't nothing you can do. Many people will come this way, never finding what is true. I got a little older, I took a good look at myself. I got a little older, then put the bottle back on the shelf. I got a little older, I put away those childish things. I got a little older, well I got a little older.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our second race for tonight of our doubleheader here at Knoxville for the final night of qualifying for tomorrow's night main event. The Dirty Old Bastards presents the Wicked-Cushion Knoxville Nationals. And I'll tell you what, I am your host. My name is KR Stolfus. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. As mentioned, this is the Wicked-Cushion Dirty Old Bastards 410 sprint cars. You can find a link to Wicked-Cushion down below. Tonight's broadcast is also brought to you by the Guyz on ReverbNation.com/the Guyz. They are a local band out of Florida. Make sure you check them out if you're into a good local bands, local music scene. Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook.com/Colby's Eye Paints. The Ohio IndyCar League, not just an IndyCar league based out of Ohio. It's an IndyCar league for everybody. Make sure you check them out. Broadcasted right here on MaxSpeedTV. SimSpeedShop.com, doing button boxes, custom button boxes, and e-brakes. Make sure you check out SimSpeedShop.com. ibog.co. If you are into Twitch streaming and you'd like a new overlay, make sure you check out ibog.co. Or even if you want to get into the broadcasting world, it's ibog. It is the official graphics overlay supplier for MaxSpeedTV. and the Hershey Design Company, your one-stop graphics shop. That's Hershey, Hershey Design Company. Race number 2 getting ready to start. Race 1 had an eventful night. We saw one car, the 4 machine of Chase Cabre, make it all the way through the field without a front wing. Right now in practice is our top 10 practice times brought to you by Wicked-Cushion. You see Robert Kerstetter topping the charts, Craig Dunn in 2nd, Michael Sheridan 3rd, Dylan Workman 4th, Sean Wallenfels 5th, Chase Cabre 6th, Steve Castle 7th, Tyler Henson in 8th, 9th Chris Roberts, and Bruce Jones rounding out the top 10 here in practice. Coming up next will be single car qualifying. Each car will have 2 minutes to do 2 laps. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Dirty Old Bastards will do their Knoxville Nationals, the finals. That will be broadcasted on Ultimate Dirt TVs. Make sure you get over there, check them out if you haven't done so yet. Make sure you check out tomorrow night's final race. And then Monday night, right here on MaxSpeedTV, the OP Racing Super Speedway Series will be at Daytona for 100 laps, 250 miles. As I mentioned earlier, our points for the field, only the top 30 are making it in. This does not have race 1 factored into it. Tyson Landis, Robert Kerstetter, Anthony Lepresto, and Chris Roberts are all locked in by points. Rest of the field trying to get in. We know that 4 machine of Chase, he's going on a wing and a prayer. He's going to need a win for sure to really help get him into tomorrow night's event. As the field winds down practice here, before we get into qualifying, as we do here on MaxSpeedTV, we are going to step away and play our Star Spangled Banner.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Checkered flag has flown on our practice session. That means qualifying getting ready to take place. Green flag is out. Cars are taken to the track. Dylan Workman in the 15. He's heading out there. The 010 Steve Castle. Bruce Jones in the 09. He's up to speed onto the backstretch. Bruce Jones on his first lap, running the bottom side there through 1 and 2. Running the bottom through 3 and 4. Good run off the corner there. Weston Newell topping the charts for now on that 222. Craig Dunn in second. Bruce Jones coming around once again. Michael Sheridan in the 14 machine. He's out on track. Robert Kerstetter in the 27 machine. Picking up a race win earlier in our qualifying sessions on Monday and Tuesday night, race number 1 of both nights. Aaron Schaefer in the 77 machine. Very close to tagging the wall there if he didn't make contact with it. Now he's all sorts of crossed up, shutting it down. As Kerstetter in the 27 machine, he is going to go to the top of the charts. Ryan Pace in the 44 will be second. Third will be Chase Cadbury. And fourth, Anthony Lepresto, fifth place, going to Weston Newell. Tonight's going to move very quickly, so already heat race number 1 taking to the grid. Cars lining up now. Your starting lineup for heat race number 1 brought to you by MaxSpeedTV. Robert Kerstetter and Anthony Lepresto will make up row number 1. Row 2 will be Chris Roberts in the 93 and Zach McLaughlin in the 11. Row 3, Stephen Hill in the 127 and David Flick in the 56. And row number 4 on the inside will be Justin Z in the 3 machine. Field anxiously waiting for their chance to get out on the track. Two laps of pacing, and then we let these monsters loose. 410 winged sprint cars here at Knoxville. It is a sight to behold. This track looking very fresh, very fast right now. That is going to change quickly throughout the night. We'll see several different lines being used all night long. Robert Kerstetter on pole for the start of heat race number 1. Anthony Lepresto on his outside. Lepresto finishing second in our race number 1 for tonight. Here we go, folks. Pace truck getting ready to pull off. Robert Kerstetter in control of the field. And away he goes. Green flag flies. This race is underway. 10 laps for heat race number 1. Kerstetter able to get away from the field here. Lepresto getting a little sideways through the middle of the corner there. A lot of fuel on these sprint cars. Opening lap, a little difficult to judge the grip level. Kerstetter doing a great job right now as Lepresto trying to reel him back in. Stephen Hill in the 127 on the high side, going to try and go past 2 cars here. The 11 machine of Zach McLaughlin and the 56 of David Flick Flick with the slide job right in front of the 127 to Hill. Hill able to hold on to it. Now Hill's doing a slide job on the 11 of McLaughlin. Gonna ease up in front of him. Zach lets him have the spot. As now David Flick gonna get a tire in front of McLaughlin as well. 6 laps to go in heat race number 1. Kersetter out front in that Wicked-Cushion 27 machine. Presto trying to reel him in, tucking in right behind him. Just unable to gain any ground on him right now. Presto just under a half a second behind him. These guys running very similar lap times, 16.2 and 16.2. Meanwhile, David Flick diving down to the bottom, gonna try and make a move on Stephen Hill. Flick getting sideways coming off the corner, cost him a few inches on the track, but dives down once again to the bottom, trying to make it work, losing some ground as the 127, it gets a good run on that high side, off of the corners. Side by side, they go down the front stretch into turn number 1. Hill tagging the wall at corner entry. He's just using it to help straighten him out a little bit. 2 to go, now make it 1 to go. White flag, final lap in heat race number 1 for Robert Kersetter. Checkered flag in the air off of turn number 4. Give heat race win number 1 to Robert Kerstetter. Anthony Lepresto second, Robertson third, Stephen Hill fourth, David Flick fifth. 6th place goes to Zach McLaughlin, and 7th will be Justin Z. Heat race number 2 getting ready to fire up here. Cars taking to the grid, including our pole sitter Ryan Pace in that 44 machine. Row number 1 will be Ryan Pace, Weston Newell on his outside. Row 2, Bruce Jones in the 09 and the 14 machine of Michael Sheridan. Row 3 will be Kyle Atkinson and Steve Castle. Row 4 will be James Taylor in the 32. Field pulling away cleanly here. No issues so far. Could be kind of a question sometimes. But these dirty old bastards, they know what they're doing. They know what they're about. One of the better dirt leagues to be a part of. If you'd like to join the Dirty Old Bastards, the link is provided down below. Hit them up on Facebook. You can also do a search for them in iRacing. Go into your league directory, search Dirty Old Bastards, and apply today. Great group of guys. I've raced with them. Won a race or 2 in this league. Now I get the chance to call out a race for them. Night number 3 for their Knoxville Nationals qualifying event. Heat race number 2 coming at you. Ryan Pace in the 44. He is on pole. Gotta wait for the pace truck to peel off. Then the league rule states they have an invisible line. They gotta wait to get on the throttle before they can cross it, or before they cross the line, they have to wait. Green flag comes out as I try and spit out all the rules here. Ryan Pace able to get away cleanly. Getting a good run through 3 and 4 here, but that Weston Newell machine on his back bumper trying to make something happen. Weston Newell, winner of race number 1 from tonight. Riding around in 2nd place now. Trying to close in the gap on Ryan Pace in that 44 machine. This heat race going single file very quickly. Looked like everyone trying to run the high side, trying to reel in each other. Now the 14 of Michael Sheridan diving down to the bottom of Bruce Jones, but unable to make anything stick. Everyone running single file here through the high side again through 3 and 4. Down into 1 and 2. Michael Sheridan trying to once again on the bottom. Just not able to find the grip he needs to get a run off the corner. Meanwhile, Ryan Pace, Weston Newell starting to enter the corner down low in 1 and 2 there. Now Weston Newell entering low again. Gonna drift up high coming off the corner. And Newell gonna hook the cushion, or not the cushion, the berm, and really set himself in a little bit of trouble there, but gets it sorted. That has allowed Bruce Jones to close in on him. Michael Sheridan right behind Jones. The top 4 cars running very close together. One mistake could mean a loss of a lot of spots, as Ryan Pace going to tag that wall getting into the corner, but he's able to sort it out before losing any position, so he is still your race leader. Gonna ride on aboard with Michael Sheridan as he battles Bruce Jones. 2 to go. White flag gonna come out this time by. There it is. Ryan Pace getting the white flag. Weston Newell trying to close the gap on him. Pace just too strong. Final time for heat race number 2 coming off the corner. Give the win to Ryan Pace. Weston Newell gonna finish 2nd. Bruce Jones 3rd. Michael Sheridan 4th. Kyle Atkinson 5th. Steve Castle 6th. And before we can go any further, it's reset. So heat race number 3 coming at you. Four machine Chase Cabre on pole for this one. Craig Dunn on his outside. Row 2 made up of Dylan Workman and the 21 of Tyler Henselman. Row 3 will be Sean Wallenfels and Aaron Schaefer. Two pace laps, and then we release heat race number 3. Get these guys all fired up. That 4 machine, very, very stout here tonight. Charged through the field in race number 1 without a front wing. Had to start at the back because he forgot to put enough fuel in for the heat race. So here we are again. Let's see if he's got the fuel in it for this heat race. Lights are out on the pace truck. Field working through a 3 and 4. Pace truck gonna peel off here, and there it goes, making a break for pit road. Green flag is out, and we're underway here for heat race number 3. And Chase getting a bit of a jump over the 057 of Craig Dunn. But Dunn under heavy pressure from the 15 of Dylan Workman. Dylan trying to drive down to the bottom, get a run off the corner, but Dunn gets a good run on that high side there and challenges right back into turns 2, off of turn 2. Looked like shooting the bottom and then driving up to the high side. Craig Dunn getting a great run again on that line, closing the gap on the 4 of Chase, but losing a little bit of ground. Chase out front right now is, looks like Henselman, not Henselman, Sean Wallenfels got into the wall a little bit there. Straightened himself out. Henselman is in 5th right now. And right behind him is Aaron Schaefer in the 77 machine. But out front is that black dirt coat number 4. Now he looks like he is starting to pull away. He's found a rhythm, found a good groove. Just like that, he's going to tag the wall going into 1. Gathers it back in and down the backstretch. Looks like a light tap. Nothing too bad. Entering that corner right along the wall, getting a great run down the backstretch. Diving down to the bottom, letting it drift up high off of 4. 3 laps to go this time by. Sean Wallenfels has moved into 3rd. Dylan Workman has fallen back to 4th place. Meanwhile, white flag fallen for Chase Cabri in the 4. Final time around for heat race number 3. Checkered flag waving. Chase is gonna win it. Craig Dunn 2nd, Sean Wallenfels 3rd, Dylan Workman 4th, 5th place Tyler Henselman, and Aaron Schaefer will end up in 6th. Field starting to form up now for our main event. Let's go through our MaxSpeedTV starting lineup. Row number 1, Robert Kerstetter and Ryan Pace. Row 2 will be the 4 machine, Chase Cabre and Anthony LaPresto. Row 3 will be Weston Newell and Craig Dunn. Row 4, Chris Roberts and Bruce Jones. Row 5, Sean Wallenfels and Stephen Hill. Row 6, Michael Sheridan and Dylan Workman. Row 7, David Flick and Kyle Atkinson. Row 8, Tyler Henselman and Zach McLaughlin. Row 9 will be Steve Castle and Aaron Schaefer. And row 10 will be Justin Z and James Taylor. That will make your 20-car lineup for tonight. Race number 2 for tonight's doubleheader of night number 3 of the Wicked-Cushion Knoxville Nationals qualifiers. Gonna find out just how fast these guys are gonna be here tonight. Robert Kerstetter out front. Ryan Pace on his outside. Pace car peeling off. Here we go, and there they go. The 27 machine getting on the throttle. Green flag is out, and Chase Cabre, he is going to dive down to the bottom, go from 3rd to 1st. Stacks up Ryan Pace as Ryan Pace is going around. Yellow flag flying. More cars in trouble here as Kerstetter in trouble along with Craig Dunn. So a wild, wild start. puts Ryan Pace in to the wall in turn 2. Chase diving down to the bottom as Robert Kerstetter coming down. Ryan Pace making contact with him. And then Craig Dunn and Kerstetter getting into trouble. Watch this one more time. Kerstetter making contact with Lepresto. Dunn making contact with another car, getting into Kerstetter. Craig Dunn ending up on his side. That has put Ryan Pace and Craig Dunn in the pits. And very likely out of contention for tonight's race win. So very, very bold move by the 4 machine. Not sure how race control will handle that, if that'll be looked at. Not sure what, you know, who was coming up, who was coming down. It looked like Chase had started to level off a little bit. But, you know what? Ultimately, both cars were involved in it. Now, green flag flying. Chase getting onto the throttle. Gonna run on the bottom there and hit that middle line as Anthony Lepresto back into second place here. Lepresto gonna try and track him down. Bruce Jones throwing a slider on Weston Newell. Newell challenging right back as Newell's gonna hit the bottom once again. Now Newell almost clipping the 57 of Lepresto. Meanwhile, Stephen Hill in a battle with the 15 of Dylan Workman and Bruce Jones. Workman going to try and make it 3 wide coming off the corner. Bruce Jones in the middle. That has seemed to go single file, and then Bruce Jones going to dive down to the bottom, slide up in front of Hill, get that right rear into that cushion, and get a run down the straightaway here. Stephen Hill gonna bounce off the cushion, get a run through the middle of the corner, but unable to complete the pass on Jones. Kerstetter having his issues earlier here. Right now he's in 11th place, so started on pole, now he's in 11th. Gonna have to work his way through the field to try and get back up there. Might need some help of a few cautions to do it. Meanwhile, the 57 machine of Anthony Lepresto holding on to second. Weston Newell all over his back bumper trying to track him down. The battle for 4th place still as intense as ever. Stephen Hill and Bruce Jones still going at it. Dylan Workman right behind him in the 15 machine. Oh, his contact's going to be made. Bruce Jones trying to get off of him. Workman gonna capitalize on Bruce Jones checking up. Workman gonna slide now in front of Stephen Hill, put Workman for the moment into 4th. Here comes a 14 machine of Michael Sheridan. As the caution's gonna fly. As it looks like Robert Kerstetter is in trouble here. Go to our MaxSpeedTV replay, see what happened to Kerstetter. Kerstetter going to the high side here. John Wallenfeld's with a run down the backstretch. Big time slide job as it looked like Kerstetter got into the back of David Flick and then going up and over. David Flick able to hold on to it though. Good job on his part. So caution flag has flown once again. We are under our second caution of the night. Lights are out on the pace truck. Field restarting single file. Your top three are Chase Cabre, Anthony Lopresto, and Weston Newell in the 222 machine. Field working through 3 and 4 now. Pace truck getting ready to pull off. There it goes. And the green flag is out. Chase in that 4 machine. Not pulling away from Anthony Lopresto too much. Lopresto going to hit the high side there. Chase going to get a good run on turn 1, but Lopresto going to get a huge run down the backstretch. Lopresto trying everything he can to close the gap on that 4 machine. We go on aboard with Lopresto. You see a little bit of different line being taken here in corner entry. Really allows Chase, as the caution's going to come out. As Dylan Workman getting into trouble here at Knoxville. Check out our replay. Figure out what happened to this 15 machine. He's going to get into the wall there. Goes into turn 3, tags the wall, sucks his right front into the wall. Disappears for a moment. And then comes back flipped over and upside down. Third caution of the night. White flag should fly on lap 34 now. We are working lap 22. "25 green flag laps of racing. Each time the caution comes out, 3 laps get added to the total event length. And until iRacing turns off cautions for these dirt cars, each league has their own way of handling that bit of a handicap." Pace car peeling off. Chase getting onto the throttle there. Getting a better start over Lopresto this time. Lopresto losing a lot of ground. Weston Newell in trouble. Newell going to tag the wall. Lose a spot to the 14 of Michael Sheridan. But challenging right back comes Weston Newell on the inside of Sheridan. Now he's trying to get to the inside of the 127 of Stephen Hill. So Newell losing a couple spots there. Not just one to Michael Sheridan. Meanwhile, we got side-by-side racing with Bruce Jones and the 09 and the 21 of Tyler Henselman. Henselman going to tuck in behind Jones here for now. Down below them is 010 Steve Castle. Castle trying to get a run on the bottom to get by these guys. Not finding the grip he needs just yet. Right behind him is the 56 of David Flick and Sean Wallenfalls. Without a front wing in that 16 machine. Down underneath him, Zach McLaughlin in the 11. McLaughlin trying to get by David Flick. 2 for 1, unable to pull it off. Anthony Lepresto in the 57 machine in second place. Losing some ground to Chase in the 4. But pulling away from Stephen Hill in the 127. Stephen Hill, as caution is going to come out here. As James Taylor trying to get that car flipped over. Creating an issue, and there it's going to flip over. James Taylor going to lose a lap in that situation, in that 32, but he's able to keep going. And a replay just isn't able to catch what happened there. But once again, we are under caution here. Your top 3, Chase Cabre, Anthony Lepresto, and Stephen Hill. Oh yeah, they let me broadcast dirt every once in a while, Dale. All right. Closing laps of tonight's doubleheader. Final race, night number 3 of the Knoxville National qualifiers for the dirty old bastard Wicked-Cushion 410 sprint cars. Lights have gone out on the pace truck. 5-lap shootout to the end. White flag to fall on lap 37. There we go. Green flag is out. Stephen Hill really gets crossed up when he gets onto the throttle. Anthony Lepresto holding on to second. Hill gonna try and close in on him. Stephen Hill all over the back bumper of Anthony Lepresto as we ride on board with Hill. Right along the wall goes Stephen Hill, putting that right rear inches from it. Battle for second place underway. That has allowed Chase to pull away a little bit. And the caution's going to come out once again, as it looks like Aaron Schaefer, Kyle Atkinson in trouble here as well. I'm going to back this up, go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. Contact being made with the 77 of Aaron Schaefer. The 22 of Kyle Atkinson going around. And Kyle hanging tough. He's going to stay out there. He's being scored 1 lap down right now. That thing has some heavy damage on the front end. He is finally at the tail end of the longest line. That Ford machine holding on to the top spot. He has led the most laps here tonight. Started third. Made a bold move going into turn one on the opening lap. Came out on top. And has led ever since. Has not looked behind him yet. As we're going to see a very wild shootout to the finish here. Green flag is out. We're back under green. That's why the green flag came out. And the caution flying once again. It looks like Steve Castle getting turned. .010 is Steve Castle. Bright blue. Getting crossed up on his start. Getting into the 11 of Zach McLaughlin. Going up and over as Weston Newell tried to get through. So Steve Castle bringing out our most recent caution here. Started 17th. He has worked up his into 12th. Was running a little bit higher than that before this incident. Lap 44, when the white flag will fly. Lights are still on the pace car. We are working our 6th caution of the night for race number 2. Lights are out on the pace truck. Field all formed up, starting to get closer nose to tail. Patiently waiting. Pace car is off. Green, a flag is out, and we're back underway for a short final shootout here. Is Stephen Hill gonna get a good run on the outside of Michael Sheridan? Sheridan tried to stick it down to the bottom, gonna try it once again. Anthony Lepresto in a second, trying to chase down the Ford Chase. Chase Cotray coming out. Checkered flag waving. I believe that should be the checkered flag. And it is, as I had lost count for a moment. And your race winner is going to be Chase Cotray, as pileups are gonna start happening. Everyone shutting it down. Chase doing exactly what he needed to do to win this thing. Alright guys, we're gonna set up our post-race show. We'll be right back after this.
Life will change you. There ain't nothing you can do.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to MaxSpeedTV, as we have got our top 3 ready for an interview here. Race number 2 for tonight. And Chase, you did exactly what you needed to do. You pulled out the race win, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Not really the way I wanted to get one. I didn't mean to take out Kerstetter there on lap 1. I really thought he would have cleared me on the top side. He was so far ahead of me getting into the corner. I thought I could run in there pretty hard and slide up in front of the 44 to get up to the top side there. So my apologies to him and the 44. You know, anybody that got caught up in that, I really didn't want to take anybody out. It's not the way I want to win races. But, you know, after that, we got the racing, and I kept running. You know, I was running that slider line that you saw me run underneath Kerstetter there, but I kept running that line, run the bottom in 3 and 4, and pretty good. Car felt pretty good, and like I said, I really feel bad. I didn't mean to get into those guys.
Well, it was an interesting race for you with that bold move on turn 1, lap 1, but after that, you know, you ran a consistent line, a fast line, and did you at any time feel the pressure from Anthony on those restarts?
Oh, absolutely. I kept running that slider line. I wasn't sure if the top, if Anthony hit the cushion just right, if it would have rocketed him around me, you know, going down the back straightaway. So every restart, I had to make sure I got a good jump, and then, you know, just kept hitting my marks. And I knew down in there in 3 and 4 that he was running the top, and we were pretty good around the bottom. But I was really nervous, like I said, about turn 1 and 2, if Anthony was going to hit the cushion, you know, and a really good run, that would set up for me having to go around the top in 3 and 4, which I hadn't done all night. So, you know, had to make sure I hit my marks right all night long throughout the rest of the race, and sure enough, was able to.
Well, again, congratulations on finishing in that top spot. Any final sponsor shout-outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Yeah, the UDSRA guys for giving me a good car. You know, Durco Media, you guys for putting on an awesome broadcast, and you know, DOB for putting on a good league, and so far been a good Knoxville Nationals, and hopefully this gives me enough points to lock into tomorrow night, but we'll just kind of all have to find out.
All right, Chase. Well, hopefully it does. We'll find out later tonight after we're off the air, but fingers crossed for you, buddy. All right, moving on to our second place finisher, and that was Anthony Lopresto. Anthony, congratulations again, second place, but being locked in already, you know, you could have come out and ran last and still been in for tomorrow night, which is the main event. But again, second place here. What more could you do to try and win one of these?
I don't know, just run better laps mainly. Yeah, just been really mediocre the last few nights here running these. Anytime somebody fast is around, we just get slow. Yeah, like Chase was saying, 1 and 2 felt pretty good. 3 and 4 not so much. I was trying to force the high side to work up there, and it just wasn't really working out to my benefit. So yeah, I just need to figure something else out.
Back to the Research and Development Center. You got just under 24 hours to figure something out. Coming into tomorrow night, though, how do you feel your chances are for pulling off a win tomorrow night?
Chances aren't looking very good if we continue to do what we've been doing here. Like I said, just really mediocre. So yeah, I got to figure something out.
All right, well, Anthony, good luck to you tomorrow night. Any final shout-out sponsors, thank yous you'd like to give?
Yeah, I got to thank my team, UW Motorsports, all of our sponsors, Wicked-Cushion, Colby's Eye Paints, Ultimate Dirt TV, Next Gen Fab. Yeah, once again, thank DOB for doing this thing, and thank you, KR, for casting.
All right, that's Anthony Lopresto, our second place finisher. And now, time to move on to third place, and that is Stephen Hill. And Stephen Hill in that 127 machine had quite an eventful race, all race long, but here you are, ending up in third, man. How'd you do it?
Just managed to not wreck it, which is kind of the main thing. But yeah, it was a fun race.
Well, you didn't wreck it, but we seen you try and maybe knock down the wall a time or two with the right rear. But you weren't the only one doing that. How close how tight or nerve-wracking is it going into turn number 1 as close as you guys are there?
The hardest part is it builds a big mound of dirt on the outside on the entrance there, and it'll screw you up sometimes.
But able to master it for you tonight as you end up in 3rd here, going into the points situation. How are you looking on those?
I don't really know. I didn't run Monday night, and then I did pretty bad last night, so I don't really know how I am in those.
All right, well, 3rd place finish here tonight really has got to help improve your chances going forward from here. But, man, any sponsors, thank yous, and whatnots you'd like to give?
Yeah, thanks to my teammates, Team SETI, SETI Group Holding, Wicked-Cushion, Next Gen Fab, 410 Media, and Sport City Honda Jacksonville.
All right, Steven, congratulations on 3rd place, and fingers crossed you make it in for tomorrow night.
Thank you.
That was a 127 of Stephen Hill giving us his rundown of the race. Guys, don't forget, tomorrow night on Ultimate Dirt TV is the Dirty Old Bastards Knoxville Nationals final night, the main event. 3 nights of qualifiers to take 32 cars only for tomorrow. Make sure you tune in for that. So guys, that is going to do it. We got to talk to our top 3 finishers, but the results are all sorts of screwed up, so not really able to go through them for you guys. Michael Sheridan shown on top of the charts, but we do know that he was not the winner. That was Chase Cabre. Anthony Lopresto finishing 2nd, and 3rd place was Stephen Hill for tonight. Guys, thank you very much for joining me. That is going to do it for us here tonight. Hope you all had a good time. I know I did, and I will catch you all later.
MaxSpeedTV would like to thank our partners here at MaxSpeedTV, starting with the Colby Eye Paints. If you're in the market for a new paint job for your car, check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. Need a replica paint of your real-life car? Colby's Eye Paints has you covered. Check out Colby Eye Paints on Facebook. Also by Hershey Design. Hershey Design Company is your one-stop graphics shop if you're in need of an iRacing paint, league, team, or business logo, or want the logo on some sweet swag. Hit up Orion at the Hershey Design Company. You can find them on Facebook by searching HERSHY Design Company. Also by the Sim Speed Shop, simspeedshop.com. You can check them out for all your iRacing sim needs. Ohio IndyCar League jumping on board this season with as an official sponsor of MaxSpeedTV. They are also accepting not just patrons from Ohio, but from all over. Also, iBog for all your iRacing broadcast overlay graphics done specifically by Jason Allison, one of the masters at it. So thank you to Jason. And also, last but not least, Wise Guys. You can check them out at Reverb Nation. That is spelt with a Z. So check them out on Reverb Nation. We would like to thank all of the sponsors at MaxSpeedTV and partners.